ever walked away from a deal and said, I nailed that one? Or had the exact opposite effect? You walked away after giving a customer proposal or talking to someone and you're like, I don't have such a good feeling about that. And either way, you were right. When it finally came down to it, you either nailed that deal, the one that you felt like you had, or you lost the job. Well, there's more to it than just a gut feeling. It's called the subtle art of body language. It's the science of getting your deals signed. And it really is a lot more to it than what you and I understand. I called Vanessa Van Edwards on, and she's an expert on body language, one of the absolute gurus of our time. That's a fact. And she walks through how contractors like you and I can get more deals signed. When we interact with people, we exude a certain vibe. We kind of give off a certain feeling. But more important than that, we can control that vibe that we're giving off. And we can pick up what the customers are saying to us through the science of body language, through understanding the subtle cues and the hints that they're giving us as we're negotiating. This is going to help us get more deals signed. This is going to help us land bigger projects. And once we do get involved in a project and we need to do add-ons or changes and we need to talk with the customer about things, we can understand what the customers are feeling without them coming right out and saying, well, I feel like I'm hesitating a little on this. You've got to check out her podcast with us, but more important, I've said this time and time again, as contractors, a lot of times we're not people-oriented, and I want to drive this message home to you that you need to shift your thinking. You need to actually understand that what you do on a customer's job to them is not always as important as your interaction with the customer. It's not about the quality of the work you do as much as it is the quality of the interaction with the customer. That's part of understanding body language. That's part of the science of signing a deal. And what I'm actually talking about is future projects. So once you get involved in a project, once you're working with the customer, you need to understand that you need to make that customer fall in love with you as a contractor, not with you as your project. They soon forget about it. If you do a great countertop installation or landscaping job, pretty soon the weeds grow over it, the counter gets cluttered. They never see your craftsmanship anymore, but they always remember how you made them feel. And there's other little things you can do to improve that. And we go over that in our podcast and other videos. But the point I want to drive home is it's all about your interaction with the customer. When you optimize that, when you master how you interact with the customer, you will have more repeat work, you will have more referrals than you could ever get going out and trying to pursue new work, than you could ever get putting radio ads out there and splashing billboards all over the place. Your customers' word of mouth, they're chit-chatting at the tea parties and they're talking with people in the line behind them and they're talking out there at the PTA meetings or wherever they may be at. That's more important to you. And they're not going to do that if they don't like you. Actually, they will do that if they don't like you, but it's not going to benefit you because it's going to be like, that so-and-so son of a bitch. But when you do it on a positive note, when you do it in a way that makes customers proud of who they're working with and happy that they've had you on their job, they're going to want to let other people know. Improve your communications with them. Study body language. Get to be a people person, even if you're not everything is trained. All the skills you've learned in your business, you can also learn skills on how to interact with people. Trust me. You learn how to drive an excavator. You can learn how to drive a bobcat. You learn how to install retaining wall blocks. You learn how to build and frame a house. You can learn how to interact with people. So check it out. Have a good one.